because I think some of the degradation of the discounts that I see coming is not coming from the consortium, but from the side of the publishers, and maybe some of the conflicts of interest of some publishers who are so diversified themselves that they are both providers and utilities. One of the things I should say about that I've benefited from Neural has been your work with licensing. And I would hope to see that type of thing enhanced, not only as a buying group, but I've been able to use the resources in Live License to work with publishers and work with faculty. And I could almost see, and I wonder what you think about that in the context of CRL, what kind of services, educational services, you can offer the library community.
Well, maybe Live License was more attractive to CRL than I was. No, I say that just being silly, but the Live License project, which is a Yale-based, not a Neural-based project, is moving. We have
to CRL.
To CRL.
I'm a big fan.
So we've been working behind the scenes for the last, I don't know, sometime since early September, so probably close to 2 months, on making that happen. And it's been very interesting because, of course, they run different listserv than Yale does. And we have, in Live License L, 3,819 subscribers last time I looked. It's pretty easy to pull down a list of those, and CRL's listserv was able to look at that and say, this is good, we can port that in, not a problem. But I think there will be various transition problems with the list. We also took, and it's not visible now, and moved all the website content to CRL, and that actually needs a fair amount of editing work in various ways to take out, the Yale contacts and this and that. But there are also pages there which we would get to every year or so, but not regularly, which could use to be updated. So one of the things that I think CRL wants to do and I want to do is to address that now that it will be in its new space. And all of the new space stuff will go live, I think, sometime in November. And it's just a matter of making sure that it's been worked. We created a test list so that I could practice on it, so that I could get the forwarding and the editing and the moderating of the list right. And we called it, what do you want to call the test list? And I said, let's call it Cupcake, because I adore cupcakes. So the secret list behind the scenes where I've been practicing is called Cupcake, and I think I've nearly mastered all of the commands on Cupcake. And once I feel comfortable with that, sometime in the next week or two, we'll just move everyone over and hope that it works, and then we'll turn to the website after that.
So, the archive is not going to change. The archive's going to be stable, right?
The archive has also been moved, so it'll all be there.
Okay.
The idea is for people not to have to notice much of a difference, but you will, because if you're addressing a message to the list, first time you'll address it to something a little bit different. I think it's listserv CRL. The website is, we have a domain name which is livelicense.org, I think. But it's going to really default to a CRL at this time. If we ever have to move it again, there is a domain name that so the website will be much more easily movable in the future than it was today, but the list stuff is harder.